What up, what up, what up? What is good, y'all? What is good, y'all? Welcome back to Georgia Sports Central, only on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all things that are sports. It's your boy ACS, and hope everybody's had a good week thus far. I've been very, 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 very busy, but I've been looking forward to this all week, man. The Braves getting closer to 500. The Dreams preseason started today. Gonna talk about that a little bit, and yeah, man, a couple of things to get to. Georgia got themselves a nice little recruit. Georgia baseball they thriving right now, thriving. So all that and more on Georgia Sports Central, only on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all things that are sports. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back to talk some Atlanta Dream.
IE Sports Radio fans, this show is brought to you by Planet Jerky Premium Brisket Beef Jerky. Planet Jerky is the official jerky of the 2022 California League champion Lake Elsinore Storm, single A affiliate of the San Diego Padres. This all brisket jerky has gluten-free options, contains no MSG, no sodium nitrate, is low in sugar, and high in protein. Go to their website at planetjerky.net and follow them on Instagram at Planet Jerky. Planet Jerky, the jerky that's on a whole other planet.
Rise and shine. It's 4 a.m. The stars are still out. The sun is beneath the horizon, but it's time to punch in and go to work. The comfort of your warm-ups turns into the grinding out of your reps as the clinking and the clinking of the plates create a symphony of euphoria. There's no other feeling like it. Earn it, burn it, and take what's yours. IE Sports Radio has proudly partnered with Vital Apparel, a brand that not only fits great, but also promotes and donates to mental health research. Use our code IESR to get 15% off their comfortable and inspiring gym wear and help them on their amazing journey to support mental health. Go hard, take part in your iron therapy, and be strong. Because when your mental health is as strong as you are, there's no telling how far you'll go.
Hey there, IE Sports Radio fans. Be sure to check out our sponsor, Seal the Deal Wax Seals by Cecilia B. You just finished your very own wedding or baby shower invitations and you're looking for that extra special touch? Maybe you just wrote a letter to a relative or a friend and you want to add to their smile when they receive it. Then seal the deal with Cecilia's handmade sealing wax stamps for your invitations, letters, and gifts. You bring the deal, we'll bring the seal. You can find them on Instagram at sealthedeal_wax stamps and on Facebook, Seal the Deal Wax Seals.
What up, what up? Yeah, well, guys, what up, what up? Hold up, just trying to get a couple things going right quick. I apologize. Get my little background music. Here we go. That's what I started doing like couple shows ago with some background music. Anyway, welcome back to Georgia Sports Central on iSports Radio, your direct feed for all things that are sports. It's your boy ACS, and welcome, y'all. Welcome. It's been a week. It's been quite a week. Braves just started. I'm gonna check them scores in just a second. It's always cool to be live while there's an actual team that I cover is actually live playing at this moment. But anyway, we'll check that score in just a second. But how you guys doing, man? I hope everybody is enjoying their week so far. Like I said before the break, man, at the top of the show, very busy, very busy. Try to catch as much as I could. Braves, when I get to the Braves, yes, the Dodgers, we did get a game off them, but I was beginning to think, okay, they might not be ready for the bright lights just yet, especially Saturday night, because if y'all saw that, the Dodgers put a late in the game, I think 7th and 8th inning, they dropped down like 3 runs. The final score was 10-2. So that's neither here nor there. But we'll get to the Braves in just a second. But again, let's see. Hold on, man. I have some issues. Okay. There we go. All right. I was about to I wasn't sounding too good to myself. Hold on, let me see if I can turn it down just a little bit. Apologies, you guys. Apologies. Anyway, let's jump right in, man. Let's talk about, this is the first time, obviously the season is becoming underway, but the Atlanta Dream had a preseason game today against the Washington Mystics that they won 80-70. Season going pretty good thus far, I guess you could say. You know what I'm saying? The next game is the 10th against the Fever. Caitlin Clark and the squad are coming to Atlanta. That'd be a nice game to go to, bro. When is that? Saturday at 3 p.m. Yo, the preseason game for the Dream this morning was at 11:30, bro. What a wild time, right? If you just considering sporting events starting that early, like not even football games unless they're overseas or whatever. But anyhow, yeah, man, let's take a look at some of the what they was doing out here. Let's see what the new additions did for the team. Let's see, Griner 10 rebounds. Let's see, Griner 16 points. Okay, so she putting in work. Okay, leading score for the team in her first preseason action with the Dream. So check out. So the Dream schedule, obviously, the next game is against the Fever, 3 p.m. preseason game, and then the regular season starts. Let's go back up here, May 16th. Again, against the Washington, and then 2 games in a row against the Fever, 1 in Indiana, and then 1 at home, and then we play Dallas. Let's see, I'll put this up here. Let me get just the idea of what we talking about here when it comes to this. So you got right here, obviously you can see right there, Washington, Indiana, Dallas, Connecticut, Los Angeles, Seattle. There's only 12 teams, so you're gonna see a lot of repeat sort of playing going on here. But it's Indiana, Chicago, Washington. So, like I said, I will be trying to attend some of these games. I do want to see Paige Buckets play in person for sure. So whenever, as you can see right there, Dallas comes May 24th. That might be a possibility. 3 p.m. Is that Sunday? Saturday, May 24th? Your boy might look at the tickets, bro. Look at the tickets when Buckets comes to town, right? Like Indiana Fever tickets come to town. You got Caitlin Clark coming to town. Tickets $37. Dallas, Paige Beckers, $149, bro, for the ticket price. That is insane, man. I just now noticed that. That is insane. And then they have another game against Indiana. That one's tickets as low as $133. So I wonder why this game right here in Atlanta against the Fever is only the tickets are that low. That's crazy. $149, bro. Oh, I see now. Wait. No, I still don't get it, man. I still don't get it. Where's Dallas? Yeah. The Gateway Center. Maybe that's why. Yeah, maybe that's why the I don't know. That's insane. That's insane ticket prices right there. Hey, what's up, Jim B? Appreciate you. Say, I see you had one of my Buckeyes over there in Atlanta, Taylor. Yes. Go Dodgers. Hey, man, get up out of here, man, with all that nonsense, man. What up, ACS, my man? Have a great day. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate all y'all, man. Appreciate it. But yeah, man, tickets are insane, man. You want to go to one of these games this season, though. Like, for sure. You want to go to one of those games. Check out the get to see the dream up close and personal. Stats right quick for this preseason game. Where we at? Team stats. Let's see. No. The box score. All right, here we go. Dream. See, Pow got in. What the rookie get in there, man? 3-point free throws. Points. Let's see. The rookie got in there. Okay, 7 points for the rookie for Tahina Pow for rookie we just drafted. Okay, that's cool right there. Starters, let's say Brianna Jones, 6 points, 16 for Griner. Alicia Gray, 7. Jordan Canada starter, 0 points and 14 for Ryan Howard. So yeah, man. Hey, Taylor Theory down there. Yep, from Ohio State. She got 3 points in rookie action. Hey, man. Hey, for real, them $9 tickets. Yay, man. You know how we do. The Braves have picked up. Yeah, man. I'll get to them in just a second, man. That's incredible. That's hey, man. Told y'all at the beginning of the season when the Braves was 0-7, I was like, if y'all jump ship now, don't try to come back to the ship when things start picking up, man. You know what I mean? So anyway, so yeah. So Dream, a nice little start, 80-70 win over the Washington Mystics. Want to know, a lot of these teams I'm playing like 3 preseason games already, and this was just our first one. So that'll do it for the Dream. Let's move on to some man. I hate to even move on to these boys, man. The Atlanta United, bro. What is good with y'all, man? Nothing. That is what's good with the Atlanta United. Nothing very much. So Atlanta United, let's get back over here. See, get that marked down. Back up to the front of the page. Let's see. Yeah, soccer. Atlanta United, they're 2-4-5, 13th in Major League Soccer, 1-1 tie with Nashville on Saturday. Yeah, man. 2 victories on the season, lots of ties, lots of L's. Lots of L's for United, man. So we'll see, man. Still a lot of left in the season. See what they can turn it around. But I remember last year when I first started doing this show and covering Georgia sports, it was right at playoff time, and Atlanta had went down there to Miami and beat Messi and the boys, right? So I'm like, oh, then they just got popped. I was like, when the season starts again, got lots of shit to look forward to, man. Lots of excitement. And it hasn't been that. So let's take a look. I always take a look, man. Real quick, when it comes to United, where they fail and where they're currently sitting. I think when the season started, the United were in the top 10 with the power rankings. And then for a while, they were at like number 14 to 15, you know what I'm saying, catching a lot of ties and stuff. But then they started losing L's and things of that nature. And so let's see. Yes, rose up 3 spots. The United were ranked at number 25 in this week's power rankings for the Major League Soccer. Previous ranking 28. So he rose up 3 spots. Congrats. Good to see. I guess a tie will do that for you. Or the other teams that were below you all started crashing out. So that's how you rose up. Regardless of the matter, the Atlanta United has risen 3 spots in this week's power ranking. So here's that. All right. So, hey, man, we'll see what happens. The next game is Saturday at 2:45 versus Chicago. See what we can do here. Let's see if we can start making any kind of moves, do anything that would help the team sort of get back on the winning track. Because as of right now, playoffs are an imaginary thing for the United, bro. Like it's like it's gonna take you. You know, it's like one of the things you'd be thinking about. Saying, but we shouldn't have to worry about that because we're not going. And they're not if they don't pick things up because it's pretty rough right now for them. All right, so real quick, man, jump to some NFL news, talk about the Falcons. I think the biggest news, and I know this is not regionally with the Georgia. It is the biggest news, though. The Pickens trade, bro. I guess I could say Steelers traded George Pickens, Georgia Bulldog, which I guess, yes, it does sort of cover the region. Traded him to Dallas Cowboys, man, for some draft picks and things of that nature. I think me being a Georgia fan and having seen Pickens and also sort of seeing him in his years pro thus far, Pickens got some issues, man. I mean, he does. He just does. Y'all seen some of the on-field antics and things of that nature. He's got some stuff going on. And maybe Tomlin just got tired of dealing with it. I mean, a receiver of that caliber. I mean, I just saw like 2 days ago on Instagram, like a clip from their voluntary workouts and stuff in Pittsburgh, and he caught this one pass, dude. And like, you're just like, that's why that dude's an all-pro. But he does have he has got some issues, man. I ain't gonna go into what I think it is or whatever, but we know as football fans, if you've watched George Pickens in any capacity the past few seasons or in his entire career, you know that he has he ain't scared to put him up. He ain't scared to put up the Dukes on the field. So and as far as that goes, when you're talking about a team that's trying to put together some winning stuff, who's still looking for a quarterback, who did draft Will Howard and all of that kind of stuff, to put somebody like that can definitely help whatever quarterback that they end up starting next season, to send him to Dallas. Dude, Dallas out there with them crash out kings, ain't they? The Cowboys out there with some crash out kings in the wide receiver position right now. Let's see. Obviously, CeeDee Lamb doesn't do it too much, but it's going to be wild. Let's see how they distribute that ball down there, and if Mr. Prescott can keep Mr. Pickens happy. Maybe not. Who knows? Anyway, let's get to some Falcons. Sort of got a couple things here. So the Falcons' biggest needs after the draft and free agency. What else they need to sort of try to bounce out there and get? Let's see. First of all, let's take a say. Hold on. NFL draft, Nuggets favorite teams, rookie class. Let's see. So how all 32 NFL teams stack up after the draft? Let's take a look, man. Let's take a look at what they're doing for the Falcons here. Let's see. Where we at? Let's see. Where you at? Come on, Falcons. they way down the list, bro. All right, the Atlanta Falcons, man. Post free agency ranking 19. They're up. I guess they were. Oh, okay. I see what they're doing. Most improved position, edge rusher. The Falcons have overhauled the position that needed it most. Said that for last week, and I'll be saying that. And well, I mean, I'm sure. I have no doubt that what they did in the draft, you'll see immediate results on the field. Like that's just. Sometimes you see some things, you'll be like, okay, well, that might be a work in progress or whatever. But I think what they did with those two defensive players that they drafted, I think they'll pay immediate dividends, bro. The Falcons have overhauled the position that needed it most. Atlanta's got only 14.5 sacks from its edge rushers in 2024. In free agency, the team picked up veteran Leonard Floyd, who has had at least 8.5 sacks in each of the past 5 seasons. The Falcons got aggressive in the draft, too, doubling up at edge rusher in the first round with speedsters Jalen Walker and James Pierce Jr., Floyd Walker-Pierce, and Braylon Trice, who missed all of 2024 with a torn ACL, would join Arnold and BDK on the line. And BDK led Atlanta with 6 sacks last season. Hey, man, Atlanta has they could have like a dominant defensive line in the league next year, man. They could have that. Like, I mean, like I said, I think those players will pay immediate dividends. As far as having a dominant defensive line, though, that remains to be seen. But I think it's a possibility considering what they got. Floyd, the 2 rookies that they just drafted. I mean, you're talking about, my bad. You're talking about, some players in a sort of division where you got to get after it, man. You got to get after it. You got Tampa Bay Buccaneers, decent offensive line. Carolina Panthers, Bryce Young. I mean, offensive line is okay. And I expect the Carolina Panthers to take a step forward this season, too. I expect Bryce Young to take another step forward, just like he did last season, coming off the rookie campaign, in which it kind of looked kind of bad. But, all right. Atlanta Falcons' biggest roster needs after free agency to NFL draft. Interior defensive line for the first time in a decade. Grady Jarrett isn't on Atlanta's defensive line, released on March 10th. The Falcons' interior defensive line is filled with uncertainty, but their intentions are clear. Atlanta's putting significant faith in a pair of 2012. I just talked about that with the draftees. Corner. The Falcons don't have a volume issue at corner. It's identifying the best bet and hoping to get a quality level of play. A.J. Terrell is penciled in as the starting number 1 corner. And Mike Hughes, who started all 15 appearances last season, is back on a new 3-year deal. But Atlanta believes Hughes can also play nickel if needed, and it plans on trying both fourth-round rookie Billy Bowman and returning third-year pro Clark Phillips III in the slot this summer. Toss in last year's primary nickel, D. Alford, and the Falcons have a bevy of options to start on the back end. Still, there's uncertainty, right? These cats, not a lot of snaps here and there for those players. So let's see what offensive tackle. Definitely. Atlanta has no worries about its 2025 starters in left tackle Jake Matthews and right tackle Caleb McGarry, and it has been a quality swing tackle in Storm Norton. But the Falcons need to start playing for the future at tackle. McGarry, who's now the blindside blocker for left-handed quarterback Michael Penix Jr., is a free agent after 2025. Meanwhile, Matthews, 33 through his contract runs through 2028. So he's here for a minute, but the age there is kind of the issue that they're going with when you talk about it. Atlanta did extensive homework on tackles in 2025 draft, but it waited until the 7th round to select Wisconsin's Jack Nelson. All right. So yeah, man, that's just a little bit. Obviously, at this, let's see the latest Falcons sign is. Let's see, free agent tracker for the Falcons. Let's see, cornerback Kevin Urban. That was April 11th. Re-signed D. Alford April 7th. Signed Tegan Corderino March 28th. Signed Lenny Craig, kicker, March 28th. Jordan Fuller, they signed March 20th. Jamal Agnew, wide receiver, signed March 20th. And tight end Felipe Franks was signed on March 20th. So a lot of signed players. Mike Ford. So yeah, a lot of new pieces with the Falcons. A lot of familiar pieces, and it's Michael Penix Jr.'s first year as a full starter, right? So I think that's going to be something that to look forward to as far as how they gel all that together, how Raheem Morris is able to sort of take all these new pieces with the old and combine them. And that's what the offseason is for. That's what training camp is for. That's what voluntary OTAs are for. That's what all of that stuff is for, to see if they can get everybody on the same page. And I think they can. Again, I think the Falcons got a lot of promise next season. I think the Panthers will give a little challenge. I think the Bucs are the biggest challenge in the NFC South. The Saints, they got a lot of stuff going on, issues over there. So I don't know what they got to do to figure their stuff out as well. And real quick before we bounce on to take a quick break, the rookie numbers here, draft class numbers for the Atlanta Falcons. Walker, Julio Jones deserves a number. Yeah, we'll see what happens with that. I wonder if Walker hit up Julio Jones to see what their plans were for that number. I'm always going to think, and obviously like these linebacker / edge rushers, all the new ones in the league since Michael Parsons, they all want that number 11, baby, because it just looks clean and you look dope as hell coming over the edges with the 11 on it. It just looks cool. But so we'll see what happens. I too believe that Julio Jones, that shit needs to be retired, and then ask permission. Can Julio let you borrow this number? But anyway, Jalen Walker, number 11. Pierce Jr., number 27. Watts, 31. Bowman Jr., 33. And Nelson is number 69. So those will be the jersey numbers they'll be wearing next season. Obviously, as you can see here, like only 5. I've been talking about that for weeks, how the Falcons only had 5 draft picks. Could have had a couple more, but, they traded away some for, to move back up into the first round and things of that nature. So there's that. So anyway, we're going to take a quick break, man. You guys are watching Georgia Sports Central on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all things that are sports. I shall return in just a second. We're going to talk some Braves. All right, so y'all be cool. Be right back.
For the last 10 years, IE Sports Radio has been bringing you amazing content ranging from interviewing legendary athletes, coaches, and other authorized media personnel to building tailor-made shows dedicated to all major sports cities around the country. Make sure to follow us at IE Sports Radio on X, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube to keep up with the latest in sports and with all of our shows. Also, make sure to check out our daily updated website at iesportsradio.com. At iesportsradio.com, you can see our daily show schedule and check out all of our show pages with personal bios to learn a little bit more about each of our awesome hosts. In addition to our show pages, you can catch the IE Sports Radio blog, Hall of Fame, Fans of the Month page, and our merchandise shop, including t-shirts, tank tops, caps, long sleeves, hoodies, and more. For now over a decade here at IE Sports Radio, we've continued to be by the fans, for the fans, and we thank you all for your support and for making IE Sports Radio your direct feed for all that is sports.
What's up, guys? If you're looking for the best coverage of all Northern California sports, including 49ers, Giants, Warriors, then check out the NorCal Sports Report with yours truly, Andre Fernandez, every Wednesday at 11 a.m. Pacific Time, right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. We have guests every single week talking 49ers, Giants, Warriors, Sharks, San Jose Earthquakes, and a whole lot more, plus 3C2A. You do not want to miss this show. So tune in Wednesdays at 11 a.m. Pacific Time to the NorCal Sports Report on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
Hello, sports fans. It's me, your boy Larry B, and I want to walk you through the world of sports. No, not just the mainstream major TV deal type sports, although those are important too. But let me be your guide through your journey of all sports, from college to the pros, the minors, and everything in between. Each week, we are talking sports galore with true diehards just like you from a hardcore fan's perspective that's sure to quench your thirst around leagues you may know all too well and some you may even discover here. That's right, sports fans. If you love sports of all kinds, enjoy hearing amazing sports stories, and respect all sports because you know how difficult any of them can be to play or compete in, then this is your show. Join me, your boy Larry B, on the defining moment each week here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports, and let the sports come to you.
What up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Georgia Sports Central on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all things that are sports. And yeah, man, check us out, bro. There's so many shows, man. The Neutral Zone, Indie Sports Nation, Show of the Land, obviously Georgia Sports Central, the Wisconsin Whistle, man, Gritsville, Philly Sports Talk. Just so many shows, man, we got here on IE Sports Radio, man. So check it out, man. Go. If you're watching this on YouTube right now, just scroll around the page and you'll be able to be able to find all the latest episodes of these shows, man. Got quite the thing going on here. It's kind of cool, man. It's pretty damn cool to see, all these people that are just straight sports fans, just like myself, who love to talk about sports, have this outlet to do so, and have like great people like the viewers out there that sort of just like to hear normal people talk about sports, man. You know, it just is what it is, man. Sports is like this very large part of all of our lives. Even though I'm not out there like on the field playing, your boy too old for that, man. You know, your boy too old to be out there trying to do all that kind of stuff. But yeah, it's cool, man. So appreciate all. Shouts out to everybody who watches the show every week. Shouts out to everybody who watches any of the shows on IE Sports Radio. And it truly is your direct feed for all things that are sports. Let's jump into the Braves, man. All right, so first of all, I told y'all the Braves, they're playing the Cincinnati Reds right now. The game started at 7:15. They're down 3-0 at the top of the fourth. So every single time the Braves get even close to getting to 500, boy, hey, we need to just stir this up. The 3-0 right now losing to the Reds is insane, bro. Let's this was us getting to 500, right? This is what we needed to get to 500, and it's not looking good so far. So through fourth innings, the Braves are losing 3-0. 17 and 18. Like I said, one game below 500. Third in the National League East. The last game, which was yesterday, was a 2-1 victory over the Reds. And then we beat them the game before that, 4-0 over the Reds. So we're behind Philadelphia, 5.5 games back of first place, which is held by the New York Mets. And then the Phillies are in second place, 2.5 games back, 2.5 games back of the Mets at 20 and 15, and we're 17 and 18. So, and then Washington's below us, and Miami is at the bottom. Real quick, let's take a look at the full standings, bro. Let's take a look at the full National League standings when it comes to to see where we're sitting at right now. Obviously, long way to go. But like I was saying at the top, man, if you jump ship at the beginning of the season when the Braves was 0-7, it was looking pretty hopeless, man. Although there was still like 150 games left in the season, like it was hopeless to a certain extent. But yeah, if you jump ship in, don't jump back on the ship, man. It's been looking good. Obviously, the last series, which I'll talk about in just a second, against the Dodgers, didn't go quite the way we wanted, even though we did catch a dub out of that. So obviously, looking right here in the American League, Yankees at the top of the East. This the Central, Detroit Tigers up there at the top right there, and the Seattle Mariners at the top of the West. National League East, like I said a while ago, the Mets at the top with my boys, the Braves, falling in third place. The Central got the Cubs at the top. The Central and the West got the Dodgers at the top of the West, man, with the Padres right behind them. I got a feeling this battle for the West is going to come down to some cats. And I mean, look at the Giants. Giants ain't doing too bad either, man. Pretty good division right there. When you're talking about, we've played all those teams before, had success against the Diamondbacks, the Rockies, Dodgers. We've only won one game against them this season, and the Padres, we are 0-4. So we get a chance again at the Padres, though. The Padres are coming up. The Padres are coming up again soon. I think this next series coming up this weekend. I had to take a look at that. I can't remember, but yeah, man. Let's see. Is it? Let's take a look at the schedule, man. Let's take a look at the full schedule real quick. What comes with the Braves? All right, get this back up here so y'all could take a look at this as I read. Apologies if you're listening and not viewing. I'm throwing the Braves schedule up on the screen right now. And as you can see, right, 0-4 against San Diego Padres to start the season, then another 0-3 against the Dodgers. And then the bounce back started happening, a couple dubs in a row right here, as you could see. That wasn't happening, but at the beginning, we couldn't get one win in a row. And then it was like, okay, now can we get 2 wins in a row? And it didn't look like we could right here. And then we got a few wins in a row. I said, okay, swept the series against Minnesota, first sweep of the season. Like I said, it's some success against Arizona, St. Louis. We series wins, but not sweeps. And then again, the Dodgers, and we have Cincinnati right there. One more game against them tomorrow, and then Pittsburgh right here is coming up this weekend, and then Washington, Boston coming up. Okay, San Diego is at the end of the month. Okay, I thought that was this weekend. Apologies. The Nationals, we play 4 against them, then we hit Boston up, and then go straight back to Washington to play another series against the Nationals. So right now, game is still live, 3-0. Reds against Atlanta. So again, man, every time it looks like, we have this opportunity to get to 500. It's tough, man. So let's go back. So, hey, man, look, I'm talking about the last series this past weekend. Of course, Ozuna crushed this walk-off single yesterday against the Reds. Obviously, hits the tying double in the 9th inning, and Ozuna. Michael Harris, hits the tying double in the 9th inning, and Marcell Ozuna singled home to the winning run in the 10th as the Atlanta Braves rallied past the Reds on Tuesday. Obviously, there was a 10th inning extras right there. Let me look at this. Who'll be the next? Let's see. Ray Smith-Shawver takes no hit bid. That's right. Smith-Shawver against the Reds the other day, up into no hits into the 8th inning, which was pretty good. That's what we needed, man, to blank the Reds 4-0. Yeah, man, Reds left fielder shouts out to Callahan, man. I don't know if you guys saw that play. He was running for a fly ball, and he hit the wall hard, bro. Like, it was loud enough you could hear it, like, watching the game, and broke his arm. So there's no timetable for his return. He has a broken forearm, though. I would show the video on here, but I don't want to because I don't want to get in trouble or anything. And also, I just don't want to watch it again. It's pretty rough. It is pretty, like, he hits if you've seen it, he hits the wall pretty hard, man. Ohtani and Freeman homer. Hey, okay, let's go to the Dodgers series, man. Let's get to the Dodgers. So, obviously, let's see, Austin Riley goes deep twice at the Braves. Hold on, Dodgers 4-3. Yeah, so going against this Dodgers series this weekend. The first game, pretty good, man. Pretty good. Started to get first inning, man. Struck out Ohtani, Mookie, and damn, who else was the third guy? Ohtani, where's it at? Which Braves? Look, which Braves are the real Braves? I like, yeah. I don't know. I was one hitting scoreless innings at Brett. So that's home the Dodgers hold out Braves 2-1. Oh, here we go. The pitcher for the Dodgers too, man. Yamamoto, clean, right? Which? Let me see. Hold on. What was? Let's see. In the ball. Okay, yeah. Grant Holmes, obviously, you're for Braves fan. Grant Holmes, Mr. Long and Curly, got the long curly locks and whatever. Pitched a great game on Friday night. Yeah, like I said, again, started off the inning and literally struck out. Let's see, I'm gonna hit through sort of. He had a no-hitter going as well through I can't remember how many innings, but they took a 1-0 lead against Grant Holmes because the ball hit off him. Will Smith, let's see, second base, right fielder, the ball drove in Betts, who reached it. Because that's where the ball hit Holmes in his back leg, and he turned around and couldn't get to it fast enough to throw it to first to get the homie out there. So Holmes set a career high with 9 strikeouts. I mean, that dude was dealing, man, while allowing 2 runs on 4 hits in 6+ innings. So I took him out after that. Betts' 5th homer in the 6th. That's into the Dodgers, leads at 2-0. Key moment. Yamamoto snagged a 106-mile-per-hour line drive hit by Sean Murphy to open the second inning. That was Atlanta's biggest threat for a hit before Riley's double to center field. It was cool. I did see that. Yamamoto threw a good game too, man. Like, obviously, he only allowed 1 hit. They took him out as well. The game was still pretty close. The series continues Saturday. Through 7 starts, Yamamoto has allowed 4 earned runs on 24 hits and 13 walks in 40 innings. So, Dodgers, man. I mean, I said before this series in last week's episode that this was going to be a challenge and also going to be sort of a barometer for where we are, where the Braves are at this point in the season. And it wasn't totally bad. Obviously, you'd like to win more games than just 1 out of a 3-game series with a team, but we did at least get one. That was, I mean, we after Saturday night's game, I thought, sheesh. Let's see where we at. Let me just talk about the here we go. Ohtani and Freeman homer. Oh, that's what it was. Yeah, at the beginning of the game, Ohtani, Mookie Betts, and Freddie Freeman all struck out, which was insane, man. For those 3 dudes to strike them out in a row. And that's how I knew Holmes was going to have a good game. That's how I knew he was going to have a good game. Freddie Freeman homered and drove in 4 runs. Shohei Ohtani also went deep, and Roki Sasaki earned his first major league win as the Los Angeles Dodgers beat the Braves 10-3. So Saki was throwing some heat too as well, so I can't, sort of try to take anything away from that. He allowed 3 runs and 6 hits over 5 innings in the game, pushed back more than 3 hours because of the rain. I remember that one, the Saturday night game. I think that also probably had something to do with it. I think if the Braves were able to start on time, maybe the game ends up differently. But once the Dodgers bats came alive, like late in the game, it was a wrap, man. It was I think the score was 3-3 for the longest time. Starter Schwellenbeck lasted only 3 2/3 innings. He gave up 6 runs, 5 earned, and 8 hits. Key moment, rain and lightning led to a delay of 3 hours and 6 minutes before the first pitch. The game didn't end until 1:30 in the morning. I watched the entire thing, sick to my stomach, as the Dodgers kept getting run after run and, pushing it up on. So Ohtani hasn't pitched in a major league game since 2023 for the Los Angeles Angels. Up next. So I don't know if Ohtani, though not a Dodgers fan, I wonder when Ohtani is going to pitch again. At the rate they're going, the Dodgers, he doesn't even have to. He doesn't have to. They got some aces in their thing. So 10-3, and then obviously final game of the series, Braves able to pull out a victory, which was, where we at with that ad right there. Okay, yeah, here we go. Able to win that 3rd game of the series, obviously not winning the series, but some kind of redemption, right? Some kind of redemption, and then they go with that after that. 2-1 the first game, 10-3 second, and then the 4-3 dub. In that last game, Austin Riley homered twice in that game. 2 home runs and stopped the Los Angeles Dodgers 7-game win streak with a 4-3 victory on Sunday night. Riley went deep in the first inning and again in the third. A pitch hit homer by Miguel Rojas off Dylan Lee in the 7th cut the lead to 4-3. Braves closer Iglesias gave up an infield hit to Andy Pages to open the 9th. Pinch runner Ha-Seong Kim stole second base and advanced to third on Will Smith's strikeout. Iglesias struck out Rojas and Austin Barnes, to earn his 5th save. So Iglesias back out there throwing that heat. And yeah, man. So let's take a look, man. Let's see what the see if I can find these power rankings real quick. Let's just take a look at where the Braves have fallen. Or no, I think maybe they rose a little bit. I mean, real quick, let's check on the game. Let's see, 4-0 Cincinnati. So see, man, every time the Braves get close to getting the 500, man, here we go again. So Cincinnati's up. It's bottom of the 4th inning. Braves coming up to bat, I suppose. But yeah, Cincinnati's up 4-0 right there. A couple more scores across the league. Texas, the Rangers over the Red Sox 3-2 right now. 6-0 Phillies over Tampa Bay. Hate to see the Phillies thriving like that, bro. Damn. Let's see. Where's the power rankings, man? We're all 30. What's their needs to change? I can't find them real quick. I thought I had it set up. Let's see. It's hits. I mean, look, we got some stuff coming back. The pitching is picking up. Again, Strider hasn't pitched again. Obviously, he had that, he tweaked the hamstring, and we hadn't seen him since then. So we have to Rockies in game, they lose streak, beat Salem Braves to win. Yeah, that's some old stuff. So I can't find the power rankings right now. Let's see, MLB. Yeah, I don't see. Yeah, I don't see the power rankings. So anyway, again, 4-0 Cincinnati over the Braves right now. So there's that. Obviously, let's get back. Again, the next series is against the Pittsburgh Pirates. Got one more game in Cincinnati tomorrow, and then we play the Pirates on Friday, starting that 3-game series. And again, let me see where we're at after that. Yeah, Pittsburgh Pirates in Pittsburgh, and then we return home for a 4-game stand against Washington, against the Nationals, and then we head to Boston after that. So, yeah, man, Braves, man, trending. Let's see if we can pick this up and get to 500. We still have bottom of the 4th. We got 5 innings left, man. We got 5 innings, and the 8th inning still hasn't gotten here, which has been one of the great innings this season thus far for Atlanta. Look back at some of the games we played, some of the victories we pulled out, some of the comebacks. It was 8th inning stuff, 8th inning action, 8th inning magic. Let's see if we got some of that left. Let's see if the Braves have some of that left in them. Who knows? All right. Anyway, let's take a move on to the Georgia Bulldogs, man. Georgia's baseball team they doing some things, bro. They doing some things. Let's see. First of all, it's not that. Yeah. All right. Talking about baseball real quick. Georgia baseball. So baseball, Georgia, as they're ranked number 1 in perfect game and baseball America right now. Gonna pull up some of those in just a second as we take a look. Let's open this. Let's talk 25 rankings. And all right, Georgia Bulldogs, man, ranked number 1 in a couple of the rankings after sweeping Missouri SEC this past weekend after having a bad bout with Texas a couple weeks ago, which sort of dropped us to the later spots in the top 10. Didn't get out of the top 10, but we still in there. But there's some L's in there that kind of did us in. But 39-11 overall, 15-9 in the SEC. 3rd in the SEC with that right there. 6 straight W's. We lead the nation. Georgia does with 113 total home runs. Home runs have sort of slowed down a bit. I mean, we were hitting them because last week we had 112, and now after going through 4 games, we got 113. So the bats have cooled off as far as knocking the ball over the fence. We're still hitting the ball good. Obviously, when you're winning games, you're doing that with some superb pitching behind that, man. And we got a 3-game series against Alabama this weekend, man. 3-game series against Alabama. And let's go back up over some of these games. All right. So right here, Missouri over the weekend. Obviously, Friday we had a 9-2 win over Missouri, and then 5-2 on Saturday, and then a 4-2 dub over them on Sunday. So a clean sweep in the SEC. 3 more SEC games coming up. Matter of fact, pretty much the rest of the games to the end of the season are all SEC games as we get prepared for the SEC tournament. And against Alabama. So we'll see where that's going at, man. Let me see where Alabama's ranking. Obviously, college baseball top 25 rankings. Once again, there's a new number one in Baseball America. Georgia has claimed the top spot after a perfect 4-0 week in Texas's winless weekend against Arkansas. It's still weird to see Texas ranked ahead of Arkansas in some of these, considering they just got swept last weekend by the Bulldogs. Are the fifth different team to be crowned number one in 2025. Excuse me, let me take a drink real swift. Apologies right there. So 5 teams, North Carolina, Georgia, Arkansas, Coastal Carolina, and Dallas Baptist turned in perfect weeks. Only NC State failed to win a game. See, you can find. So Georgia's number one, and this is Baseball Americas. Georgia's number one. Texas at number 2. Arkansas at number 3 again. Arkansas just swept Texas. They should be over them. And it wasn't even Arkansas swept Texas 9-0, 6-1, and then 13-8. This needs to be, that's a little odd right there. Okay, North Carolina at number 4, Auburn at number 5, LSU at 6, Florida State at 7, Coastal Carolina is at number 8, West Virginia at 9, Oregon at number 10, Vanderbilt at number 11, Clemson at 12, Tennessee at number 13. You got Troy at 14, Oregon State at 15, Oklahoma at 16, UC Irvine at 17, Ole Miss at 18, Louisville at 19, Dallas Baptist at 20, NC State at 21, Florida at 22, Arizona at 23, UCLA 24, and Alabama is at 25. Obviously, Georgia Tech, which I'll get to in just a second, sort of fell out of the top 25 last week with a couple L's that they took. So, but Alabama comes in at number 25 to round out Baseball America's rankings. Let's see right here. So Georgia baseball takes number 1 spot in 2 national polls. Full SEC update. Yes, all right. So baseball shocked the country on Monday, taking the number 1 spot. I don't see how you shocked the country. I mean, we did go undefeated last week. That's pretty much a which one did I just look at right there? That's baseball. All right, so let's take a look at Perfect Games rankings right now. Georgia number 1, Arkansas ahead of Texas number 2, which is probably the way it should be considering they just swept them this past weekend. But let's see what right here. Hey, yo, what's good, Larry? What's up, bro? What's up, man? Question for you: do you know how George Pickens acted as a Bulldog player? Hey, my bad for missing this comment. He had some scuffles, bro. His last season in Georgia, man. If he had there's a couple catches he made where a couple face mask grabbings between him and players from other teams that happened. So yeah, Pickens. Not as crazy as you've seen it thus far when you're talking about with the Steelers picking some of his on-field kind of craziness. But it was there. You saw signs of it. So again, going back to that, I think for them to give up somebody like that, man, Pickens is a dog, bro. He is one of the best receivers in the NFL. But sometimes, man, behavior and attitude or they shout louder than performance, right? You could be one of the best players in the history of any sport you're in, but if your attitude and your antics and your affinity for going against authority is there, that kind of stuff sometimes is a lot louder than your skills and how good you are. So attitude speaks louder than hands, bro. He had the best hands in the league, but if you out here doing that kind of stuff. So yeah, that's just but I'm sorry, Ralph, I missed your question. But yeah, there was a couple times we're playing for Georgia that Pickens was out there, man, doing some crazy shit. But anyway, back to these rankings when it comes to Georgia. Again, Arkansas over Texas in the perfect game rankings. Everything's pretty much the same, I think, going through. I think Alabama's at 23 instead of 25 here. A couple of Troy's in the rankings, but again, Georgia Tech, who have reached up, I think, had peaked at like number 13 in the rankings a few weeks ago. Have kind of fallen out. All right. So NCAA baseball field of 64 projections. Georgia Bulldogs expected to host a regional. So this is just projecting what the NCAA tournament's going to look like as far as latest NCAA baseball rankings. So this is the D1 rankings right here, right? D1 rankings is widely different than the rankings that I just went over when it's Perfect Game or some of the other ones. This has Texas at number 1. They just got swept. Florida State at number 2, LSU at 3, North Carolina at 4, Georgia or 5, Oregon, Georgia at 6, Arkansas is at 7, Auburn at 8, number 9, Clemson, and number 10, Oregon State. Again, like I said, a lot different than the other two rankings. They have Alabama at 23, just like Troy is in the top 20 as opposed to being not in the top 20 on the other ranker. Ole Miss, USC is 25. So a couple of different things coming when you see these rankings. Obviously, let me pull some of this up right here. Let everybody get quite a look at some of the differences you see here when it comes to that. So I add this right here. I don't know how good you could see that's kind of little. Let me scroll that in for y'all just a quick time. So obviously right here, ladies, this is the D1 rankings right here. As you can see, when you got Texas, Florida State, LSU, North Carolina stuff. And then you go to the perfect game rankings. And it's a bit different, right? You see how they do the things right there. So I talked about this at length throughout this entire baseball season. Like the college rankings are so weird, man. I still don't get why they got like 3 and 4 different rankings, but they do for whatever reason. So there you go. Pull that down, stop that screen, and get back on it. So yeah, Georgia got Alabama coming up with Wait, let's get this. Where are we at? All right. So yeah, so then we got that, and then let's jump to a little bit of let's jump to some Georgia Tech baseball here. Get some of this stuff pulled up real quick. Let's see. Yeah, Georgia Tech, man. Georgia Tech, like I said, started the season off pretty good. They got some good dubs in there. They've had some good games in there this season. They're 34-14 overall, 15-9 in the ACC, 24-8 at home, 10-5 away. Right there, let's see. 5-game dub streak. Last game, 8-5 win over Georgia Southern. Yeah, they fell out of the top 25. Let's go back to some of their last games. See, all right, yeah. So last game against Georgia Southern, Georgia Tech beat them 8-5, 13-7, or 13-0 win over Western Carolina on Sunday. That only went 7 innings because of the big run rule, I guess, 13-0. That's how they do it in college. Western Carolina beat them 4-2. And then Virginia would start this 5-game win streak. Against the series against Virginia, they lost the first 2 games and then, etched out a 7-6 win in the 10th inning of their game over Virginia to sort of end that series on a positive note. And then again against Western Carolina, that was a clean sweep. They got Mercer. 6 o'clock p.m. Wait. I don't know the score on that one. I don't know if there's no score here. I'm gonna have to look at it, see if I can get that before we bounce. And then Louisville, we start a series. Georgia Tech starts a series against Louisville Friday, May 9th through the 11th. In Georgia Tech at home. So we'll see what happens there. Then they play against Duke, of course. Mostly ACC teams for them also as well, leading to the end of the season, considering the ACC tournament is starting. Baseball season for college is like ending toward the end of May, and then you start getting around to some College World Series stuff that'll be taking place. Freshman Power, Jordan Packard. Yeah, Freshman Power Jackets past Southern. Alex Hernandez and Will Baker combined for 6 RBI and Tech sweep season series over Georgia Southern. Just talked about that. Shut down Western Kiffin. So yeah, man, Georgia Tech, man. Obviously, I do think that we'll see them in the college. It's sort of the field of 64 when it comes time for the tournament to start. You know what I'm saying? They're good enough to make it in that. I don't know. Obviously, it's not just the top 25 team. So I think they should be fine, man. They should be fine here. Let's see. Let me go back, see if I can't mess around with this score, see where the Braves are sitting at right now before we bounce. Obviously, let's see. Oh, here we go. What the Braves score is looking like right now. Okay, still top of the 5th inning, 4-0. The Cincinnati has 1 on right now on first base, 2 outs with 1 on. Cincinnati still beating the Braves 4-0. Let's go, Braves. Let's go. Let's get to that 500, bro. That's it. I'm gonna continue harping that. If this becomes a thing, if this becomes a thing in the middle of the season, Braves ain't gonna make the playoffs, bro. We're still trying to get to 500 in like July. It's pretty much a wrap for the boys. So we need to start picking up on things, start putting some win streaks together and things of that nature. But yeah, Georgia Tech. Obviously, like I said, record of 34-14. And let's see how the season ends for them. Obviously, they're going to be in the ACC tournament. See if they can pull out some dubs. Obviously, they have some nice wins, man, over the season, man. I know they went over to where was that at? They had a good season sweep against Oh man, who was it? Who hadn't been swept in a long? Stanford hadn't been swept at home in a minute, and they went there in early April, and had some sweeps. Swept Cal at home as well, or at home. One game against Georgia this season, and it was a 2-5 L. Georgia was able to pull that victory out. And real quick news with Georgia again. Let's go to the football game, man. Let's go to football real quick. Obviously, it's hard pressed to find a lot of football out there when it comes to this time of year as far as college goes. But let's see, get my stuff back up here. Just bringing it down. But I think the biggest Georgia news when you're talking about football is five-star recruit Jared Curtis, man, commits to Georgia. Obviously hasn't signed yet, but commits to Georgia, choosing us over Auburn, or not Auburn, over Oregon. That's huge, man. 5-star quarterback, dude. 5-star quarterback. So obviously that's for next season, but this is a massive win for Kirby and the Dogs, obviously. I mean, Nashville Christian product, 70% completion percentage, 40 touchdowns, 3 interceptions in 2024. Chose Georgia over Oregon, Ohio State, Alabama, Texas, and others. So yeah, man. Let's see. Get into a little bit more of that real quick. All right. So here we go. Some more news on that. Yes, top QB Jared Curtis commits to UGA. What it means for Oregon and for Georgia and Oregon. 5-star quarterback Jared Curtis, the top 5 prospect in the 2026 ESPN 300 top quarterback, announced his commitment to the Georgia Bulldogs over the Oregon Ducks Monday, capping the most consequential recruitment to date in the 2026 cycle. Curtis, who decommitted from Georgia this past October, I remember that, is the number 1 quarterback in the 2026 class, 6'4", 225 pounds. Give all the technical stuff. Sources told ESPN that Curtis held in-home visits. Mike Bobo went to visit him. Will Stein, also from Oregon, offensive coordinator. Curtis's return to the Bulldogs 2026 class marks a crucial recruiting victory for Coach Kirby Smart and his staff. Curtis now lands as the highest ranked of 4 ESPN 300 pledges in the program's incoming class, a collection of talent that will surely grow this summer as Georgia contends for a 10th consecutive top 3 signing class. If he signs later this year, Curtis will arrive as the program's 3rd highest ranked quarterback pledge in the ESPN recruiting era, trailing only Justin Fields, who was number 1, and Matt Stafford, number 5 in 2006. Obviously, the Justin Fields thing sort of, speaking of Justin Fields real quick, I remember when he played and there was a lot of hate. I was like, yo, Jake Fromm, who was the starting quarterback when Justin Fields played for Georgia, his freshman year, we lost 1 game. We lost 1 game, pretty much. I think it was 2, but anyway, we lost. Matter of fact, we made it to the national championship against Alabama. Why the hell, and I got it, Justin Fields is incredible. Why the hell, even though would we just bitch Jake Fromm for Justin Fields when he had done all of that in his freshman year? I used to argue with cats left and right. I said, yo, Justin Fields is fire, right? There's no doubt that he would have done good things for Georgia had he been given the playing time. But I'm like, you have a quarterback like Jake Fromm who just did that in his freshman year, and you're telling me he should be benched right away for Justin Fields? Yeah, I don't know about all that, man. No. I mean, what? If I'm the head coach, it doesn't matter what I see from Fields in practice. I'm like, yo, good shit. But Jake Fromm just did this. And obviously, we know Fromm's career at Georgia didn't end as good as it started, obviously. I remember the game at Notre Dame, too, Fromm's freshman, like the 4th game of the season, man. It was crazy. It was crazy. But anyway, yes. So with this pledge, Curtis cements his place as a potential quarterback of the future in Athens behind expected starter Gunnar Stockton, redshirt freshman Ryan Puglisi, and 2025 signees Ryan Montgomery and Hezekiah Millender. These cats, Puglisi, Montgomery, and stuff, they probably gonna end up transferring, bro. Especially if Curtis comes in and is as good as said, man. Sorry, Cameron for the Bulldogs. I had to be an Alabama fan. Hey, man. I feel you. Hey, do what feels necessary, man. As all of us sports fans do, man. Do what feels right in the heart, man. Hey, if you want to cheer for Alabama, I can't hate on it. And trust me, look, I am like 2 seconds from the Alabama-Georgia border. Like, that's where my town sits. And So yeah, I understand it. Half you ride through my town, and 50% of the people you see is Roll Tide, 50% of Georgia. And it's the same thing when you go to Alabama, like this close, so Southern sports fans are crazy. But yes, sorry you can't root. Hey, I feel you, man. I feel you. That's why I tell some people, man, sorry I can't root for that team, man, because I am a Dogs fan. So I got you. No hate, all love from your boy, man. Appreciate you watching, man. Just so, yeah, that's what's going to happen. What makes Curtis so good? Curtis has supreme arm talent, ideal measurables, and competitive temperament. All right, let's move on. 2026 college football recruiting class rankings, top 25 schools. Let's see, new this ranking, Georgia, Washington, BYU. USC is number 1. Ohio State comes in at number 2, previous rank number 2. Notre Dame Fighting Irish is number 3, previous rank 8th. LSU Tigers, previous rank 4th. They're in 4th still. Clemson comes in at number 5. These are like some rankings for recruiting rankings right here. Penn State is at number 6. Texas A&M is 7. Syracuse is at 8. Kansas Jayhawks at number 9. Arizona State Stone Devils at number 10. North Carolina Tar Heels at 11. Obviously with Bill Belichick, man. Unsurprisingly, given his ethos, yes, Bill Belichick is ranked number 11, jumping from number 19 to 11 as far as recruiting rankings go. Louisville Cardinals at 12. Illini from Illinois is at 13. The Oregon Ducks at 14. Georgia Bulldogs at 15, man. Previous ranking not ranked, which is crazy considering Georgia's always like they fall in like the top 3 in classes. ESPN 300 commits 4. Top offensive prospect, Jared Curtis. Top defensive prospect, Zechariah Fort. The Bulldogs have been a consistent staple among the top 3 overall classes during Kirby Smart's tenure and look to be and continue to do so again in 2026. A big step toward finishing near the top again is bringing 5-star quarterback Curtis back into the mix. After a decommitment, the Bulldogs were able to fend off other suitors, most notably Oregon, and give themselves a potential impact QB for the future. All right, so we'll see what happens. I mean, obviously, if Curtis stays with Georgia, which I hope he does, probably won't be there but a season or 2 because we all know how that rolls, especially if he's fire in the position and sort of, the NFL teams might come a calling whenever he's able to be drafted. With 3 of their top 4 pass catchers from 2024 having moved on and the 4th likely to leave after this season, Georgia is bringing in new receiving targets with speed. Vance Spafford out of California won the fastest man competition last summer. So yeah, man, Georgia falling at number 15 in the recruitment rankings, which is, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Let's see. That's about gonna do it for you, boy, man. This show, man. It's been again. I want to apologize for the lateness. I normally start at 7 p.m., so I had to take care of a few things, and went with that. So but anyway, you guys, I appreciate everybody who watched. Appreciate everybody who show your boy some love, man. I'll see you guys next Wednesday. Hopefully, we'll see what happens as far as NBA stuff goes. I'm just watching now. Obviously, didn't have a horse in the race, but see what happens, man. Let's see what happens. What's crazy right now, though, just to speak of it off the the Cleveland Cavaliers being down 0-2 to the Pacers is wild, bro. That's wild considering how the regular season went. But anyway, you have been watching Georgia Sports Central on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all things that are sport. And this is your boy ACS. Peace out, y'all. Much love. See y'all next Wednesday. Y'all be good. Peace out.